Hello everyone, welcome to TTV News with some latest events in Tay Ninh province, and now we come into details. Implementing the directive of the secretariats of the Party Central Committee, the Standing Board of the Provincial Party Committee has led and directed all levels of party committees and organizations to strengthen measures to ensure the Lunar New Year celebrations, ensuring that everyone and every home can enjoy the spring season festivals.
In particular, the work of taking care and preparing for the people's activities and the social security work in the Lunar New Year festival are cared for and directed by the Standing Board of Provincial Party Committee. Leaders of the Party Personnel Committee of the Provincial People's Committee directed the Provincial People's Committee to issue a decision on the budget plan to serve the Lunar New Year of the Tiger in 2022 with a total amount of nearly 69 billion Vietnam dong from the provincial budgets, production and business sources of the party-run businesses, the social mobilization sources, and district budget. At the same time, for the policy of the Provincial People's Committee to assign additional budget estimates to provincial departments, agencies and sectors and target additional budgets of district, towns and the city with a total amount of nearly 27 billion Vietnam dong to take care of material and spiritual life for the people during the Tet holidays, especially beneficiaries, poor households, the people in difficult circumstances affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, etc., ensuring that everyone is happy with the Spring Festival and welcome the Tet joyfully, healthy and safe. In addition, well-organized visits and wishes for the New Year Eve to the wounded soldiers, sick soldiers, families of martyrs, families with material services to the country, and revolutionary outcasts, etc., the units of the armed forces and forces on the front line of the fight against the pandemic and forces on duty during the Tet holidays, especially in border areas, disadvantaged and isolation areas, concentrated treatment, complicated areas in terms of political security, social order, and safety. From now to 2025, Tay Ninh will continue to improve and complete the quality of infrastructure, focusing on investing in building rural socio-economic infrastructure in association with urban development to gradually catch up with the general development speed of the region. Implement the national target program on building new rural areas. From now to 2025, Tay Ninh province will try to create synchronous connections, especially inter-communal and inter-district connections, and expand and modernize the infrastructures at district level center, focusing on infrastructure for agricultural production. Improve the traffic system in the hamlets and communes to renovate, upgrade, and expand the rural power grid system. Complete the system of works in service of education standardization in the commune, cultural facilities, and rural commercial infrastructure. Operating infrastructures and equipment of commune health stations, strengthen material foundations for grassroots information and communication system, establish new radio stations in hamlets and communes in remote and border areas, invest in information infrastructure, implement the policies, encourage and support households to use telecommunication services, connect communes and hamlets, and apply information technology in administrative management.
Implementing the decision number 85 dated January 17, 2022 of the government on the school health program in preschool and general education institutions associated with grassroots health in the period 2022-2025, Tay Ninh province will focus on improving the capacity of the school health system.
Specifically, the province will review and train school medical staff at educational institutions, enhancing the effectiveness of the interdisciplinary coordination in school health work in association with the grassroots healthcare, strengthening training, fostering and improve the professional capacity for officials and staff engaged in school health work, strengthen physical foundations, medical equipment, and mobilize the socialization of school health in educational institutions. In particular, there is a mechanism to encourage the non-public health system to participate in primary health care for the pupils in educational institutions, to mobilize the investment from individuals, organizations, and businesses for school health work, focusing on a number of areas such as school nutrition, clean water works, toilets, digital transformation in the fields of school health.
Ladies and gentlemen, After reaching the new rural area standard in 2019, Truong Hoa Commune, Hoa Thanh House has concentrated on resources to improve the qualities of new rural criteria, moving forward the goal of being recognized as an ahead new rural commune in 2022.
Determining that the development of transport infrastructures must be one step ahead to create a premise and driving force for local socio-economic development. So in the process of building a new rural area, improving Truong Hoa Commune will prioritizing investment capital to upgrade, repair, harden and convert traffic routes in the area. According to the policy, in the first phase of 2022, the commune will be invested in capital to spend and convertize about 11 lanes, hamlets and infra-field roads. Currently, the traffic system in Truong Hoa Commune has a total length of more than 56 kilometers, including 1 provincial road, 6 district roads, 5 communes are 6 roads, and 7 hamlets are 6 roads, 71 hamlets roads, and 4 interior roads, most of which have been converted and asphalted and up to standards. The Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism has just developed and submitted to the Prime Minister for approval a program on tourism development for 2022 to 2026, aimed to revitalize the tourism market, which has been hit hard by the COVID-19 pandemic over the past 2 years. Accordingly, Vietnam targets to welcome about 18 million foreign visitors in 2026. Under the program, the tourism revitalization will be carried out in phased approach, with the first one from 2022 to 2023, during which the sector targets to handle about 8 to 9 million foreign visitors, equivalent to about 45 to 50% of that in 2019, and about 65 to 70 million of domestic visitors, equal to about 75 to 80% of that in 2019. And the total tourism revenue is expected to reach about 400 to 450 trillion Vietnam dong, equivalent to about 17.5 to 20 billion US dollar, making up to 50 to 55% of that in 2019. And by 2025, the sector plans to receive about 15 to 16 million foreign guests, about 75 to 80 million domestic guests, and to gain about 600 to 780 trillion Vietnam dong in tourism revenue. And by 2026, the number of international visitors is expected to hit 18 million and up to 20% of 2025. Earlier this week, the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism also sent a proposal to Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính, in which it suggested the government should consider full resumption of international tourism activities from next month end rather than May as previously planned.
In the spring of the year of Tiger 2022, tourists from all over the country gathered to Tay Ninh, Cao Đài Holy See to celebrate the Lunar New Year and worship the Rước Đức Chí Tôn Festival on January 9. The activity of providing free food and drinking water have also been strengthened. At the same time, food safety has also been focused.
This year, the Cao Đài religion held a grand ritual dedicated to its Đức Chí Tôn supreme being in the new normal state, meeting the religious needs of religious people from all over the country, but always ensuring firm food safety, fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. The logistics activities serving food in Trai Đường are also bustling, and the work of ensuring food safety is also focused. We select, classified, and preliminary process, ensure the food safety, clean, and then cook. I also remind those who go to worship at the Cao Đài Holy See to rest assured, because the sister will serve here on receive 3 doses of COVID-19 vaccines. The food sources are donated by the people, and we choose from the moment when they enter, choose which vegetables are still fresh and good to use, and remove spoiled foods. On status from peeling, ironing, cooking work. For neatly and cleanly, participants in the kitchen service must receive 3 on doses of COVID-19 vaccines before we put it in the kitchen, and do not arbitrarily to go in and out. And fellow believers who come to eat vegetarian meals also keep their distance, complying with the 5K principle of the Ministry of Health. And with a service force of nearly 70 fellow believers, The culinary department of the Ninh Holy of Cao Đai serves around 1,000 free vegetarian meals daily, which is even more meaningful when recently on January the 12th of 2022, the art of making vegetarian dishes of the Ninh province has been recognized by the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism as a national intangible cultural heritage.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for TTV News today. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.